Hello and welcome to your daily love message from your person. My name's Liz and this is Guided by Angels. And I'm going to bring in 2 decks of cards for this reading today. We're going to bring in the messages from the silent divine masculine and the divine masculine and silent. So if they are silent right now, whether you are in communication or not, we're going to see what's going on with them, what they're processing, what they're thinking about, what they want you to know. And if you would like a personal reading with me, a lot of speed there, things moving forward quickly. If you would like a personal reading with me, you can reach out to me at guidedbyangelsreadings@gmail.com. Now, whenever we see or hear fast speeding motorbikes or fast speeding cars, it's always a sign of big change or big movement or unexpected movement. So I feel this is a huge sign about communication coming in, especially because yesterday I was really connecting with the throat chakra and things being released. So I feel it's easier for them to communicate today than it was yesterday. So some of you may even receive communication today, or you may definitely sense it's on the way. So what do they want to say to you in the silence right now? And the silence can be when they're thinking what to say next. So it doesn't mean you've got to be in complete separation to resonate with this message today. Even if you're communicating, they may go a little bit silent for a couple of hours or a couple of days while they're planning what to say next. So what do they want you to know? What's the guidance? What do they want you to know? What do they want you to know? What do they want you to know? I still feel there's more cards. There we go. Okay, so we've got 4 cards out of that deck. What do they want you to know? Straight out. Okay, no messing about there. Okay, what do they want you to know? This card's moving on top as well. So we're going to do them in the order they came out. The first one is, all of the conversations that we've ever had are playing over and over and over in my head and over in my heart. So what they're really saying here is, the things we've talked about matter. They matter to me. They matter in my heart space. I'm going over it in my head. I'm thinking about this. So whether it's been a recent conversation that you're waiting for them to respond to, or it's something that you've spoke about in the past, they are thinking about these things. Now, some of them have those conversations still archived. So they may be on their phone. They could be in their email account. They could be on social media. And they may well be looking at those conversations and reading them over and over again. But it's very likely they are kind of lying awake at night and the things you've said pop into their mind. Or when they are finding they've got a moment of calm and the distractions aren't there, you pop into their mind and so does the conversation. So what I'm really feeling is, there's something you've spoken about, and it doesn't have to be recent, but for some of you it could be recent, or something you've sent them, or something they've experienced with you, and it's in their head. And this is a conversation that you've had. So it's very likely it's not just something you've said, it's something that you've both talked about. Okay, but it could well be for some of you, if you've sent something recently and they are playing that over and over in their mind right now, wondering how to reply, especially if they're silent right now or they've gone silent suddenly, it's because there is a processing taking place. And in the early reading, we got the silence through there because they are in their head planning. So they could also be planning about how to respond to you and what to actually say. But they're saying all of the conversations. So it's not just one particular thing either, it's many. So I am getting this as, when they're lying awake at night, the things start popping into their mind, the things they need to process and think about and work out. And this will also be the way that you've told them how you feel, the way you've made them feel love for you, because it's in their heart too. So it gets in their head because they may have to make changes, or they're actually processing things you've said that's made them think more, but also the way you've made them feel more, because it affects their heart too. So you pull on their heartstrings, you make them feel things. They feel things when they think about what you've spoken about. And so why am I doing this to myself? So they're asking themselves this question: why am I doing this to myself? Why am I staying away from you? Why am I still here and not with you? Why am I still going crazy about this? Why am I still not forgiving myself? Why am I still holding myself back? So they are really questioning right now their own attitude, their behaviour, and the way they act and say the things they do or don't say the things they want to say. So why am I acting this way? Why am I doing this to myself? Why? So they really are giving themselves a good talking to. And this is also because the universe is talking to them through signs, songs, synchronicities, and that awareness of where they truly are meant to be. You are so different now. I'm afraid you've moved on from me. Now, this is because you've been raising your vibration. And we spoke about this in the first part of the earlier reading today, that you may be focusing more on self-love. And at the end of the earlier reading, we spoke about self-respect. So you may actually be respecting yourself a lot more now by enforcing the boundaries that maybe you've struggled to keep. You may find you've got more self-control, so you're not feeling the urge to chase anymore. Or maybe you've been giving yourself a bit of a talking to about the way your behaviour has been. Because remember, we can act crazy on this journey because love makes us do crazy things. When we're operating through the heart, anything can happen. So it's not about going into your head and remaining in logical things. It's about being able to breathe and calm your energy down and to understand when you're having an emotion or when you're going through a trigger, and instead of reacting suddenly or doing something you may regret, taking a moment to pause first and breathe and recalibrate, recenter yourself and focus on peace. And if you're doing all of that, it's very likely your energy is elsewhere. You are focused on other things. You've pulled back. You're breathing. You're feeling calmer. And they can sense that. That's why they're saying you're so different now. Now, some of you could have evolved a lot since the last time they saw you. And they may be talking about that too. Like, you're so different now. You've had a glow up. You're going through this. You're going through that. But I feel this is really about you. Your behaviour being different, as in they can sense that in your energy field because it's not as needy. So because your energy is not as needy, nowhere near as needy as it used to be, they're now worried what you're doing. So this breeds curiosity. What are you doing? Who are you doing it with? Where are you? They start panicking because they're worried you've moved on, that you've moved on from them, that you've moved on with someone else, that you're busy, that you've got other things going on in your life. So curiosity is when they start checking you out more on social media, they start testing the water, and then they start reaching out. You're not going crazy. I am making passionate love to you. So for those of you who are having very strong Kundalini symptoms, you're feeling the heat in the body, you may be getting turned on, maybe you're having random turned on thoughts popping into your mind. So you may imagine being intimate with them. Maybe you're having flashbacks to times that you actually were intimate with them. You could be having very vivid dreams right now, sensual dreams, sexy thoughts. It's like they are saying to you, you're not going crazy. This is the energy that I'm sending to you. So it's very likely right now a lot of them are fantasizing about you, having sensual, sexy dreams about you, or sensual, sexy thoughts about you. And you can feel their energy and it's gaining momentum. And you can even see that as a visual, as like a volcano exploding or an earthquake or something popping out. So for example, someone pops out of the top, or someone shakes a bottle of fizzy pop up and then it explodes everywhere. Use your imagination, or you may see visuals like things that are very connected with sensual things, like things popping up, or certain vegetables or certain fruits like cherries or aubergines or bananas, or things that give you the idea of what you could do. So they are very likely sending this intimate energy to you, and you can feel it. And they're also saying, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I hold myself back. I'm sorry for the things I've done. I'm sorry for not replying to you yet. I'm sorry for staying away. And I am dreaming about you. So they are dreaming about you very vividly right now, and they are connecting with you in that way. So let's bring in the masculine dreams and understanding oracle. So what are they dreaming about? Straight out. So the card flying out is, sometimes dreaming of you is so intense it jolts me awake. So these dreams actually jolt them awake. Maybe you get jolted awake too, and that's them saying, hey, you're not going crazy. I am thinking about you, and in these dreams I am making passionate love to you. So these dreams jolt them awake. Now, a dream could also be where they have a nightmare about you moving on, or they imagine you with someone else and that jolts them awake. They may have an idea or something they want to follow through on in the physical world, like reaching out or doing something differently, and it jolts them awake. Or the universe gives them an idea about their life, and that jolts them awake. And it's connected to you because it's leading them to you. They're saying, I go to sleep knowing that I'll see you in my dreams. So it's like they know they're going to connect with you there. And some of them are excited about that. And many of them have got you on their mind throughout the day anyway, but especially when they are falling asleep, because that's when the thoughts are popping in their mind, the conversations are replaying, and that's when they somehow know they're going to dream about you. And I dreamt that we were camping in the woods and we made love under the stars. So when they are saying, hey, you're not going crazy, I am making love to you. It could be in a dream under the stars in a campsite. You could be in a tent. So you may see a tent. Or you may see a couple under the stars in a film. And it's a sign of what's coming. Or maybe you've had your own dream that you were out and about in nature. It was night time. You were under the stars. You may have been camping. And you shared that dream too. But they are saying, I am dreaming about you. And I am trying to heal my insecurities about the habits I have that you may not like. So a lot of them are afraid of spending time with you intimately or for long periods of time because they may have habits that you may not like. Now, these habits could be things they know they need to give up, such as doing things like smoking, drinking, doing some kind of drug or some kind of behaviour, something that they know they need to give up that's toxic to them. Or it could be something just as simple as leaving their socks on the floor, or not washing up straight away when they've had some food, or leaving tea bags on the side. Or, it reminds me of in Sex and the City when Harry and Charlotte got married and they were living together, and Harry would leave tea bags everywhere. And it was really frustrating Charlotte. She was thinking, why don't you just put them in the bin? And he was also liking to sit on the sofa with nothing on. And she was like, just put some pants on. So it's about habits that they may have that you may not like. And guess what? You've got those too. There may be things you do that you may not like about yourself. And you're thinking, what if they don't like that? And it could just be silly things. When you are in a new relationship, it's all exciting and powerful, but it's also nerve-wracking. Even going to the bathroom is nerve-wracking. What if they hear me in the bathroom? And they give me fear. So these are things that bring up fear. And obviously it's all part of getting to know each other. But a lot of fear there, because for them, there's things about themselves they may not like, or they wish were different, and they're wondering how you're going to handle that. And they're saying, I'm acting crazy because I'm jealous. So if they get jolted awake at night by a nightmare about you moving on, or if they worry that you're moving on, then it can make them act crazy. And they can act jealous. And they can do crazy things through jealousy, like blocking you or lashing out at you, or even trying to get one up on you, like putting a picture on social media with someone else, or trying to make you crazy with jealousy, because they are saying, I am jealous and I don't want you moving on. And I am making love to you energetically. So these cards are really mirrored, from both of the decks, because what they're saying is, you're not going crazy. I am making passionate love to you. And there it is again. In a different deck, okay? I am making love to you energetically. So they're definitely thinking about you. They're definitely dreaming about you in that way. And they dreamt you were camping in the woods and you made love under the stars. They may also have a fantasy about that. Maybe they're even watching something and a couple go camping. And then they start fantasizing about what it would be like to go camping with you or to go out and about with you. And it doesn't necessarily have to be camping. It could be driving somewhere. It could be sitting in a restaurant. Whenever it is, I feel that they perhaps see something in a show they're watching or a film or something they are indulging in that way, and then they start indulging in thoughts about you. And they are sorry because they want to apologise. And they've also felt your glow up and they're saying, I wonder if you've moved on, I hope you haven't, and that makes them act crazy and jealous. And then they heal the insecurities, and these insecurities can also come up by the conversations you've had. And they ask themselves the question, why am I doing this to myself? Why? So they are really processing a lot right now, but they're going to reply to you. And I feel that's why they're replaying these conversations, because they intend to reply and they do want to apologise. So many of them are going to test the water and come back in with an apology. So keep the faith. I hope this helps. Have a great day and I'll see you soon.